I never thought of myself as a musician. I knew a couple chords and I liked to weave, lyrics around, but never really thought about writing songs until I was in my early 20s and I borrowed a 4-track from a friend.
You strong as a virgin birth.
And when it became making something, making a recording that I could listen to and make decisions about and tweak and polish, then it got really exciting. But it wasn't ever something that I thought seriously about pursuing. I didn't think about going to play shows. I definitely, I think any artist wants to be appreciated for what they do, so I was definitely like, wouldn't that be cool if you could put these out and, people would listen to them. We had this project coming up where we were going to release some of my older material from when I was making music just for the sake of making music, and it was more of just a hobby. My manager, Howard, brought me the idea of doing this concert at Jerry Run. He had seen an article about it in one of the Chicago newspapers where this fella named Dusty had built a venue because he liked music. So he built a venue on his property in the middle of nowhere.
Now on a gravel road, completely lost.
It was sort of a, build it and they will come kind of an idea.
How long did this take to build?
Probably 6 or 7 years.
I didn't really think it was crazy. I just thought it was so much work and maybe a little crazy.
I never built a theater before.
How did you learn about acoustics and things like that?
Well, you go to the library.
He can look at something and see its potential. Music is his thing too.
People do come. You created a musical community out of nothing. Dreamers and makers are my favorite people. So it was a kinship.
Well, knowing Dusty, he's kind of a vision person, and he can, has a lot of wild ideas. The theater, he was working on it, and I'd go over and see what he was doing, and he'd be excited and show me, this is going to be the stage, this is going to be the concession, and, but to me it was like ground, with blocks around it.
The first year when I was ready to open, I wasn't sure I could even get bands to come. I still wanted to build it because it'd be a great place to practice. At the worst, it would be a place to jam with my friends.
Everybody around the area was like, oh yeah, Dusty's building a theater. And they'd say, yeah, that's going to be Dusty's theater. But I think a lot of other people were like, it's not going to happen. It's just his fantasy over there.
Well, the first band that came, we had like 100 people out.
And I think after the first show he said, well, I guess we have a theater, and I guess we do.
Everyone who came was either a local who just comes to Dusty's place when he puts on music.
I'm not going to freeze, that's for sure.
And they had no idea who I was, and they were kind of confused because the songs are a little weird. People who came who were familiar with my music, who were from around there or drove, were confused because they couldn't believe that I was playing in the middle of nowhere.
Went out down the road just a mile or two. This little girl named Pearly Blue, pounds of high and her hair is brown, prettiest thing boys in this town.
I knew we was going to open up for someone, but I didn't know it was Iron and Wine until like 30 minutes before we left, and I was like, what? And I was like, okay, yeah, let's go.
There's a lot of confusion. There was no gray area. No one was like, this makes sense. Everyone was like, what is happening? It was definitely unique. Howard takes credit for the idea. Dusty was so fun. It was exciting, to see the fruits of all the stuff that he had done, this dream come alive.
Welcome, Iron and Wine.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Dusty. Let's also give Dusty and Renee another round of applause for making this great place. Thanks for coming here. Who came the farthest? Let's take a poll. Who thinks they came far? That's not that far. I came farther than you. Pittsburgh, that's pretty far. That's pretty far. Well, anyway, you guys can fight about it later. Also, let's give another big round of applause for Martika and William. Isn't that great? Fantastic. Man, what I could have done when I was that young and knew what I wanted to do, instead of just smoking weed and stupid stuff all day. I'm gonna release some old stuff. By the way, if you're not familiar with my music, good luck, and thanks for coming. But I've been doing it for a while, but there's a bunch of old stuff that it's about time to dust off and put out. So that's why we're here tonight. It's been a kick in the head going back to all these super old tunes, and so I've been living in 1999 for about a week, trying to learn these songs. But it's been fun. It's been a kick in the head. This first one is called. Actually, this first one I would play like when we first, like the first tour we ever did. And we didn't have a record out or anything, but we had some tunes, so I would play shit that no one was interested in hearing, but that was fun for me. This one's called Slow Black River. Right. Lost my watch and chain, but time's not lost. It's time we walk together beside the slow black river. Water walking over mud, you whisper something good in my ear. So I stop so I can hear. Darling, I'm the one to blame. I threw your watch chained to where I don't know, inside the tall grass meadow. You forget in time, remember this. Your hand in mine forever, beside the slow black river. Lost my watch and chain to her today. Time, it has no meaning where her and me are walking. Darling, I'm the one to blame. I love you still, timeless now, forever, together by the river. Ladybug. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. This ladybug landed on my guitar. I was like watching it the whole time. Just hanging out. Yeah. That song is a kick in the head. It's like a whole song about a joke about a watch. It's stupid. It's dumb. Whatever, it's fun.
I'm very careful to say the archive series. This is the old stuff, so don't hold me to it, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, yeah, it's hard to, because, I put out a record every few years, and, there's always things on it when you listen, to the one you're about to put out. There's things that you could change. But at the same time, you sort of have to make this leap where you think of it more as a snapshot of what you were doing at the time. Hopefully people don't get too wrapped up in worrying about what their high school pictures look like. Hopefully they can enjoy the journey that life is. enough to look back and say, oh, look, I had a bunch of acne and wore silly clothes, but look, that was me. Wasn't that fun to remember that time? And so the songs are kind of the same. I find it fun. I mean, there's definitely lines that are like, oh, probably wouldn't have written that if I started the song today. But at the same time, there's also moments of immediacy and openness that I might not have done as well. So there were some nice surprises looking back at the tunes as well. Some pat myself on the back moments, which is always fun. More cringing moments.
This is about a band of dipshits. It's always good fodder for songs. Favorite cars, but away too soon. Me and the boys from the billiards room found a shady tree. Halfway home and going nowhere. Casey was asked for his favorite joke. It fluttered away just before he spoke, but it came to me. Halfway home and going nowhere. All I can tell you is how we spent the time. Friends are made in the strangest ways, and I'll miss them by and by. Late in the day and the dust kicked up, me and the boys with the window shut and the music on. Halfway home and going nowhere. Everyone's summer of '95, vivid in there till the tape had died on our favorite song. Halfway home and going nowhere. Na, 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 na. Hitching a ride with a crusty girl. One of the boys stole a tie-dye shirt and a kiss or two. Halfway home and going nowhere. Casey was wise with the mud flap guy, smothered and bruised in the neon light, and we all went down. Halfway home and going nowhere. All I can tell you is how we spent the time. Friends are made in the strangest ways, and I'll miss them by and by. Back on our feet and the car back soon. Me and the boys at the billiards room, coming back on beer. Halfway home and going nowhere. Casey will crack how the fight broke loose. I'm in the back thinking I must choose, but I like it here. Halfway home and going nowhere. Hey, thanks. Thanks a lot.
The article that was written about us that Howard saw, the reason that writer, Peter Slavin, came to the area was to write about school closing, school consolidation for a National Education magazine. And then he stayed at our cabin, and then he saw the theater, and then he came for a show, and then he did a couple articles. You know, the ripples that come from that. One thing leads to another, and then Howard's bringing Iron and Wine, and all these people from outside the area are coming, and they're just so thrilled to see the theater, and we were so thrilled to see them.
Thanks a lot. This next song, I wish I could go back to 1999, change the title of this tune. It's called Your Sly Smile. It's pretty lame, isn't it? But I remember I was working on this movie, at the time, and I was writing this shit in my spare time. And of all people, Bradley Cooper was on this movie. He was like nobody. And we were in Florida, of all places. Anybody who's in an independent movie in Florida was a nobody. And how we were like hanging out at this rap party, and I was like, we were drunk and I was playing the guitar. So I played this tune. He's like, man, that's pretty good. I was like, what do you know, man? Whatever. I go, Bradley, remember me? You never know, though. You got to be nice to people. Because they might turn into movie stars. Think about that. This was also, I was way into these like 7th and 9th chords. I just like discovered them. I think I probably wrote Birds, Stealing Bread like the next day. If you know that one. Blue lights sit in Lotus style in your A-frame in the countryside. Stillness slides the door and walks inside. Candle on the windowsill burned wickless through our low-lit meal. Heaven only knows the things you hide. Your blue eyes and your sly smile. Tangerine on both your hands smells strong as my tobacco can. Roll me up a smoke if you don't mind. Touch me like that afternoon when your friends would all be over soon. And you said, what the hell will make the time? With your blue eyes and your sly smile. Thanks a lot. That's fun, right? I like that one. Thank you.
Performing, whether it's dance or live music or whatever, it's about the moment, and it's a passing moment, but that's what it is. It's not something that you can go back and fix and develop and then show later. And that took some getting used to. It took some getting used to for me, because it was contrary to all the work that I'd ever done in my life and my personality. But at the same time, over the years, I learned, there's a real beauty in that you really try to maintain in recording stuff. That's what makes some of the best recordings so beautiful, is that they capture this fleeting moment that was normally reserved for loss, because it's we experience it for a second and then it's gone and it belongs to the past. That's been interesting to learn, that this thing that I was so petrified of was actually what you're trying to do with all my recording in the first place.
This was called Freckle Girl. You guys know some of those? No? I know you guys are isolated up here, but Jesus. Some days soon I'll just live over yonder, bring you coffee to taste, crossword puzzles to ponder, and I hope you're well, and you know that I love you, though I write so seldom and call every blue moon there's some tall Georgia boy searching out a freckled girl with style. Wait till tomorrow. Someday soon when we hail from Atlanta, we won't need some Christmas to spend time together, and I hope you're well and you sleep every evening, never lying awake for your dreaming of children. There's some tall Georgia boy searching out a freckled girl with style. Wait till tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot.
Every year we put it to sleep at the end of the season, and then, you know, we wake it back up in the spring, and it's like a whole new season, and it's like been 12 years. I can't believe we've been doing it for 12 years.
A lot of people seem to appreciate it, so I think it is good for the community.
We love it. Yeah, it's like having your own, you know, having all these wonderful musicians in your living room every Saturday night. It has changed our lives a lot. But.
Dusty, he's obviously done something that brings him a lot of joy, and he just seems like a really kind person who loves the arts and loves music in particular. And like I said, you know, Dreamers and Makers are my favorites, and he was both.
I hope people will continue to come and, you know, enjoy the music. That's what we're here for, you know, for music and art.
Lovers accustomed to tragedy see every kiss in the window across the street, breezes and blessings passing by. I'm in the shade of the dogwood tree, not the one where you told your name to me. Two hungry blackbirds land nearby. If I could be over you, if the sky was falling, would you be happy under me? If I could be under you, if the earth was burning, could you be trusted over me? Talk to a mother whose baby drowned. She gave me advice or a rumor she once heard. Heaven's a distance, not a place. She gave me an ear from the corn we grew. You were away, but she gave her thanks to you. That was a year ago, come May. If I could be over you, if the sky was falling, would you be smothered under me? If I could be under you, if the earth was burning, could you be trusted over me? I could hear kids in the yard next door, cats in the brush when the calendar fell down. Way by the shade tree, one more year. Poetry tempered with tragedy, tempted and pulled when you cry upon my sleeve. Two hungry blackbirds take the air. If I could be over you, if the sky was falling, would you be happy under me? If I could be under you, if the earth was burning, would you be trusted over me? Dusty and Renee, everybody worked so hard today to make this happen. Thank you. And thanks for coming so far. Thanks, everyone. You guys are great. Thanks so much. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you. This postcard tells you where we've been. Dirty dreams of pious men who wake in fear but sleep again. With all they've done, with all they've done, with all they've done. Some prophet died but wrote it down. Our serpent bellies on the ground, and all the ladies singing loud. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Found the bone of righteous men, like ragged clothes, like precious stones, and felt like evil in the end. And 8 of them, those evil men, those perfect men, were knuckle broken on disease, which pulled a preacher off his knees. A callous whisper through the trees blows patience, boy, more patience, boy, more patience, boy, and watch your children by the flame, the one you gave your father's name, whose evil and his love remain inside you, boy, inside you, boy, inside you, boy. We'll sing a song we never heard, formed out of small forsaken words. And all the while that this occurs, we'll love you all, we'll love you all, we'll love you all. And for the beauty that we've lost, the measured time for love it cost, despite our feelings for the cross, we love you all. We love you all, we love you all. The meadow birds have found the bone of righteous men, like ragged clothes, like precious stones, and felt like evil in the end. And 8 of them, those evil men, those perfect men. Thank you.
Right.